Uh, he got through the early innings without a very high pitch count because that's what's been plaguing him the last 3 or 4 starts. And, he was sharper today and had a real good slider. He had good command of his fastball.
You mentioned earlier today about the need for him not to try too hard with 2 strikes. He ends up striking out 8. Is that evidence that you don't have to try hard for that?
No, well, you just got to make pitches. When you have them set up for a certain pitch, you have to execute it. And sometimes when you're trying too hard to execute it, you cease being natural and, throwing the ball where you want to throw it. So tonight was more, like Tanner.
Dusty, Michael's getting the job done with the bat, but defensively he's been really strong the last handful of weeks as well. What about his skill set defensively do you think stands out that allows him to be so effective out there?
Well, the fact that he takes good routes. He has an outstanding arm, and he wants the ball hit to him, and that's what your center fielder is for. You got to want the ball hit to you. He's taking charge in the outfield, and he's playing good baseball. Period.
Let's see what happened with Heisey.
What happened with Heisey? He took a swing in batting practice, and he had a bicep rupture, and so we're not sure exactly how long he'll be out or what procedure that he's gonna, course to take.
To your knowledge, was this something that had been bothering him a little bit?
Yeah, it's been bothering him on and off. I see him shaking it and during the course of the game, and so that's something that was bothering him. He took a swing last night, and usually these things don't just happen. It's through a course of time, and it's sad that it happened to such a good guy, and the guy's one of the spiritual leaders on our team, and so we just rally around him the way we did Eaton, and the other guys have to step up.
Actually, the way that Anthony Rendon has been connecting the last couple of games, example of how good a hitter he can be with his quick hands and strong hands.
Oh yeah, I mean, because his hands were bothering him earlier in the year, but he's as good a hands hitter as there is around, and outstanding clutch hitter. Hits the ball to all fields, and he had a pretty good April for him, but he's had an outstanding May, and now we got 3 guys or 4 guys I think with 30 RBIs or more, so that's a pretty balanced offense, and it's really needed with him batting behind Murph. He's going to get a lot of chances, and and every time it seems like I give Anthony a day off from time to time, he responds, with outstanding, ability and outstanding offensive outbursts. Pardon?
Combining this start with Tanner and last night with Joe Rogers, how big can it be for you guys in the bullpen?
Well, that's huge for us. I mean, because it saves our pen, because before, Tanner was battling out there, but he was still kind of struggling. And, throwing a lot of pitches. And so our bullpen, we were calling on our bullpen in the 6th inning most of the time, and we were counting on Tanner to take us into the 6th and possibly into the 7th, because that's what he's known for. That's big. If you can keep your bullpen sharp and rested at the same time, then they're going to be very, very, a lot more productive.
How would you classify Anthony's run production this season versus what you would have expected or set as a goal for him to do this season?
Well, I didn't have any goals set for him, actually. Anthony's a guy who can hit all over the order. He's one of the few guys that feels comfortable he's going to be Anthony. And, last year at the All-Star break, I set a goal for him, and he succeeded and surpassed that. And so you just want Anthony just to be healthy and strong. And, he plays an outstanding third base. He's an outstanding base runner. And, this is Anthony early. You know, last year Anthony came on late, just like Jason Worth did. So you hope that when the weather heats up, you know, they'll heat up even more.
Do you notice anything different about the way Coda handles the ninth inning than, other innings that he's pitched in?
No, not really. But I mean, Bakota, was kind of lobbying for that in the first place. But we wanted to kind of break him in, slowly, because this guy's he's a year and a half out of college, and so he had said that that's the job he wanted, and so it's his now. He's very calm. He throws strikes. He throws quality strikes, and he has a pretty good idea, what he's doing for a young pitcher.